Hey everyone, with the Violet Reality, I'm Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia,
and welcome to This Week in Print, episode 20. And we're going to kick off this week with the massive news that it's been confirmed Prince's music is coming back to all the streaming sites.
Yep.
Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play Music, Deezer, all of them. The deal has been reached. It's happening on February 12th, Grammy night. Spotify has been running purple adverts everywhere in honor of it. It seems like this is going to be something that's highly promoted during the Grammy event. We've heard, as we mentioned before, that there's a tribute to Prince happening at the Grammys. So the streaming music deal is going to be promoted in accordance with that. So the Grammys look like they're going to be very purple this year.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, we'll be in LA. We might just try and sneak down into the Staples Center, see who we can find. So that's big news.
Yes, so moving on from that big news, the other thing is they showed something really cool at Paisley Park just last night actually. They showed us some footage from the Musicology tour back in 2004, and I do believe that this was footage from the Detroit show.
It was footage from the Detroit show, and the interesting thing about this footage is that at one time Prince planned to release a DVD of the Musicology tour, and it would have been from this show. As you guys may or may not know, the Musicology tour was the highest grossing tour of 2004.
Yeah,
so
it was.
Prince made a ridiculous amount of money. He was all over the place. It was a phenomenal tour, and it was considered something of a comeback for him. Even though we know that he never went anywhere, to the mainstream world, he had sort of been a little bit low key for the previous few years. And so this big hit album and big hit tour, and his appearance at the Grammys that year with Beyonce was, considered, somewhat of a comeback for him. And, if that's how you look at it, then it was a very successful one.
It was, yeah.
Because he did so well that year. In fact, he even got them to change the rules about what kind of albums were eligible for chart positions, because Musicology tour was the first tour where an album was included with the ticket price.
Yeah.
And so the album shot to #1 because of that. And after that, they decided that albums given away at concerts would not be eligible for the chart. So Prince changed the game once again.
He did. I think same thing for in another video. We talked about that again in our music distribution video.
We did.
Yeah. So yeah, it all leads back to each other. It's quite cool. But we so want to see that footage as well. So we so hope that all that footage from Musicology and Diamonds and Pearls and any other tour, that they're gonna show it to all of us as well. That it's just gonna be like a continuous kind of thing at Paisley Park. But that's so cool. Tell us if you went.
I feel like if we lived in Minneapolis, we'd be at Paisley Park every week.
I know, just every Saturday night we'd just be like, we're off to Paisley Park, bye. We'll just become Paisley Park's neighbours,
Yeah, exactly. As you guys know from our previous videos, there's been a transfer of power in terms of administration of Prince's estate. Bremer has now officially handed over the duties to the Comerica Trust. This has been an ongoing thing for a while. Bremer decided that they needed until the end of January, or the judge decided that the end of January would be the right time for them to close things over. So now it's the beginning of February. Now we have Comerica Trust in charge of Prince's estate. What differences, if any, that will make, we're yet to see. So time will tell on that one.
Yep. So speaking of Prince's estate, and as well, speaking of Prince's estate and Prince's family as well, Prince's family recently launched their own website called prnfamily.com. So yeah, definitely check it out.
So as you guys know, it is Sunday in America. The Sunday in February is Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is happening today. I believe Lady Gaga is doing the halftime show this year. It's been 10 years since Prince did it.
It has been, so.
Phenomenal performance.
Yeah.
I personally remember staying up super late in the UK with the time difference to watch it live, and just being absolutely blown away. It still remains the shining example of the greatest Super Bowl halftime show ever. It had everything. It had amazing Prince songs like Let's Go Crazy and Purple Rain, and it was raining purple at the time.
The twins.
It had, phenomenal musicianship, performance, vocals, dancing, the marching band that was surrounding it, everything.
So cool,
The stage, the massive cymbal stage.
And the rain as well. It was raining when he was performing, and Prince was like, just make it rain even harder when he was doing Purple Rain. That was amazing.
Exactly.
So,
and the set list, not just Prince's own songs, but he picked some phenomenal choices for covers, like All Along the Watchtower, and Best of You by the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Just all in all, a phenomenal performance.
I remember staying up for that as well. Now, at the time, I was only 10 years old, so it was like, no, you can't really... Well, I was 9, actually. It's not even been my birthday, so yeah. So it was like, well, as a 9-year-old, you can't really stay up till 5 in the morning. So I slept the night before, and then I had one of my parents to wake me up in the morning, and I was like, I need to watch Prince. And little me was really close to TV, and she was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And from that point on, I was like, this is what I want to do with my life as well. I want to be just like you, Prince. So yeah, it was amazing.
Personally, for me, watching that Super Bowl live set off a phenomenal year of 2007. Later on in that year was when Prince would do the 21 nights in London that I've spoken about many times, that I attended many shows and met Prince as well. So 2007 really was a phenomenal year to be a Prince fan. Between the Super Bowl and Planet Earth and the 21 nights in London. Just an incredible time.
He did so much stuff in that year.
He worked hard that year.
I just wish I would have been a bit older so that I could have gone to London and seen the 21 Eye shows myself. But so be it. I saw the Super Bowl, so that's something. Alright, so speaking of that Super Bowl, there was a celebration. I think it was on the 3rd of Feb actually, so 2 days ago. And it was in Texas, and it was just an entire party, and there was an opportunity to have a meetup with a couple of members of Prince's family. I think it was a couple of members, and then a couple of members of the MPG were there as well to do the music.
Was this the thing in Texas?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to link to that in the comments below in the description. So yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
Good to see the Super Bowl anniversary being celebrated.
Yeah.
A lawmaker in Texas filed a resolution to officially commemorate Prince's Super Bowl performance on the 10th anniversary of it. So that is awesome.
Yeah.
There's an art exhibition happening, Prince art exhibition in Berlin in Germany, happening in March.
And February as well. So
February
like through the whole
March.
of February through to the 31st of March. So it's 2 months. So that's really cool. So they're pictures by German photographer Alfred Steffen. And there are 117 pictures in total in 117 different poses that Prince did. And I think you may recognize a couple of the pictures because the pictures are Prince in the striped jacket. And they're from 1994 and they're from a photo shoot in Monaco. And the exhibition is called the Monaco Sitting, or the 1994 Monaco Sitting.
Nice. I personally think that we'll see a lot more of these types of exhibitions, whether they're just photographs or artifacts or all kinds of things. I feel like there's going to be lots of more of these happening over the next few years, and yeah, and that's great. That's a great thing to happen.
Yeah,
I think with the depth of Prince's career, there are so many cool things that you can put on display. Obviously, we have Paisley Park now as a museum, but not everyone is able to make that trip. So it would be good to have exhibitions like this one in Berlin, but other things in like London and Paris and New York and places like that.
Yeah, so both Europe and obviously the United States, but also think of places like Australia and New Zealand and just everywhere. That would be cool. To have a bit of Prince everywhere that you go.
And that's everything for this week in Prince episode 20. But before we go, I just want to give a little public service announcement, and that is just a friendly reminder: don't pay for bootlegs.
No.
Paying for bootlegs is wrong.
It is.
So yeah, there's been lots of talk at the moment about certain unreleased songs, people trying to sell them, and that's wrong.
It is, yeah.
Prince did not approve of that.
Like
We
Prince
don't approve
said,
of that.
yeah. Like Prince said, you're fine to have the bootleg, but don't go selling them to other people.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and then the other news here is that we told you, I think about 100 times, is that this was the last This Week in Prince. Now, don't be scared
panic.
now.
Don't panic. Don't panic.
It was the last This Week in Prince in this setting for now, because from next Tuesday on, we will be in the United States of America.
Exactly. So for at least 2 weeks, you're going to get This Week in Prince. Not in this setting, but in a completely different setting.
Yeah.
So what that setting is remains to be seen.
Yes, and you will get a lot of vlogs from us and like our adventures. We're still debating on seeing whether we want to make it a whole vlog or like weekly vlogs or something like that. But you will see all of our adventures and everywhere that we go, and you will see the people that we meet as well.
Exactly.
So yeah. So if you're in San Francisco or in LA, like we said before, if you want to come see us, come see us.
Exactly. Let us know.
Yes. So that was This Week in Prince for this week.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. All of those things, you guys know what to do.
Yes.
Like to hear your thoughts on everything that we discussed this week. So pop them in the comments below and we'll reply when we get a chance.
Yes. And for everyone that's watching the Super Bowl tonight, I have a lot of fun watching it, and especially when you're in America, because we know how much of a big thing it is. I mean, they even show it here.
Yeah,
so,
get your soda and your popcorn and whatever it is you guys eat in the Super Bowl, your pizza.
Ooh, pizza. Yeah, that's a good idea. Do pizza. Yeah. And then also just rewatch that beautiful, beautiful Super Bowl performance that Prince did at least like once this weekend or even this week.
Yeah. Oh, I think I heard that Google are doing an advert for Google Home during the Super Bowl. We have one. It's awesome.
Yes.
Check this out. Hey Google, play Prince. Hey Google, turn the volume up to full. All right, with that said, catch you later, everyone.
Bye!
I'm Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia.
We're the Violet Reality. Peace.
See you next week from a different location.